What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another Dragonflight gold farming video. So it's been a hot minute since our last Dragonflight gold farming video, and that's because I want to show you guys different ways to make gold than just farming. So the last couple of days we have been focusing a lot on professions and also gold making shuffles on how you can make gold between your farming sessions just by standing at the auction house and doing some kind of flipping where you're buying stuff and reselling it. That being said, today when the world quest resets, one of our gold farms from my gold guide, by the way, has now been resurfacing. So if you haven't checked out my gold guide yet, here's a quick shout out. This is a 170 pages long document for gold farming and gold making in Dragonflight that you can check out through the link down below. You can also get access to videos, early access and exclusive videos as well when it comes to gold making in Dragonflight. And right now we have two absolutely busted gold making strategies in that gold guide Discord server that will probably never make it to YouTube. So if you want some exclusive access and also early access, then that's the place to be. And if you want to check it out, then the link will be down below. And if you do decide to purchase it, then I would just want to thank you so much for the support. It really means a lot to me to see so many of you guys interested in gold making and creating a gold making community. Either way, today we're talking about a farm that is in that gold guide, and we found this one 3 weeks before Dragonflight came out, based on me having a couple of friends in the beta and being able to test this one out in a group farm. So we noticed on the beta this one had a hyper spawn, and now the world quest is finally up, so we can test the hyper spawn in the game itself with 8 people instead of the 4 people that I had on the beta. So on the beta we tested this as 4 people and we still had a force spawn mechanic. So when there's a force spawn mechanic, there's also a hyper spawn mechanic, and now the world quest is active, so we're doing the hyper spawn mechanic. So yeah, this is going to be based on a 1-hour test we did last night on stream, and I'm uploading this video as soon as possible right now to get this into your hands so you can do it while the world quest is active, because these mobs are only available while the world quest is active and they're only spawning this way while the world quest is active. So this one is working for EU right now, and I have no idea if it's the same world quest for North America, but check this location for on or on plains on your server or your region, and I'll show you the location in just a second here. I'm going to show you the location for the farm, the gold per hour from the farm, where the gold is coming from, and the one profession you will want to set yourself up with for the farm itself. So everything will be covered in this video. Let's get right into it though. For the gold per hour, I'm going to show you that right now. We have been farming for 50 minutes so far, and we made 70,550 gold so far. That is not even counting the raw gold. If you look at the hyperspawn add-on right on that other side, this side of my face, then all the way on that side of the action bars, we have a hyperspawn add-on showing how many mobs we're killing and how much raw gold we're looting based on the vendor value. So my loot appraiser is set to not count grey items because sometimes they are messed up on the auction house based on people doing gold buying and gold selling, so they're selling for like thousands of gold, which would mess up the values here. So the loot appraiser in the top left is only counting the auction house value, and then hyperspawn in the bottom right is counting the raw gold per hour value. You can also see that right now we're killing 5,900 mobs per hour, which is one of the highest numbers we have seen so far in Dragonflight. There is one farm that is arguably better, but we have already made a video on that one, and it was better back when the cloth was selling for a lot and the crystals were selling for a lot as well. But right now I think this might just be one of the best farms out there while this world quest is actually active. So let's talk about where the farm is. You've seen enough of the farm now. I also just want to say that while we made this gold and these kills, we were not running a optimized setup. If you've been doing 2x4 farming anytime, you know that the optimized setup would be probably to have as many druids as possible. Well, we had 2 monks and 2 hunters, maybe 1 hunter, 2 monks and 1 hunter at least. So in my world I would switch out that hunter for a warlock or a boomkin, and I would switch out the second monk for also once again a boomkin or a warlock. In this particular location, because it is located at a world quest, the fast tags are more important than ever for the gold per hour, because every now and then people will come to your location to try to get your mobs, and if they see that you are not tagging all of them, they might try to mess with your farm by tagging the mobs themselves. So based on that, you want to have as many boomkins as possible to tag as much as possible and as fast as possible. So now you have seen a little bit about how the farm works, and you can just see in the background how insane this is, how many kills we're getting, how much loot we're getting as well. And yeah, I'm gonna the link to my Twitch is down below, by the way. You can see the entire clip over there as well, the entire thing. farming or for the farm itself, but we're making a bunch of gold here. So with that being said, let's take a look at where the gold is coming from and what you want to set up for the farm itself and the location. So let's start with the location first, and the location is in On Around Plains, all the way southeast right here. So at this exact location where I just pinned on the map, you have a world quest available right here. And even if you've done the world quest, you can still do the farm, so it doesn't matter if you have done or if you have not done the world quest. And also, you can do this at lower level. I'm not sure if you want to have done the campaign on your main in order to unlock world quests on your alt. I'm not sure about that one, but I do know because I went here on my level 67 rogue to do the world quest, and the mobs were scaling. So if you're doing a leveling character or something, or you want to set up a level 60, then you don't have to really be level 70 to do the farm. You can be level 60, 65, 67, it's totally up to you. And the reason why I mention this right now is because you want to have a profession. And if you don't have a level 70 with this profession, you can set up a level 60 right now and basically almost get all the skills you need. So the one profession you want to have here is enchanting. And at this location, you can already see why we're getting so many kills per hour. There's so many mobs available in this location. And once again, they're hyper spawning. So see a location with this many mobs and the hyper spawn mechanic, you already know it's going to be absolutely insane. You also see they're all elementals, they're all dropping rousing ear. So based on that, this is a rousing farm, and right now there is one profession that is boosting rousing farms, and you're boosting it in two separate ways. So enchanting, you want to have Insight of the Blue and /or primal extraction, and let me read you both tooltips right here. So primal extraction, the main thing you're getting from this one is plus 1% chance to acquiring additional rousing elements per point you spend in the specialization. For this one, you now get 1% chance to locate mystic items per point in this specialization. And based on my testing so far, we have broken this into 3 sections. If you don't have any professions whatsoever, you're making about 35,000 gold per hour from this farm. If you have enchanting with Insight of the Blue only on top, you're making between 50 and 55,000 gold per hour. And then if you stack this one on top of that, you're making about 90,000 gold per hour. So this one right here adds about 30 to 40%, 30 to 40k gold on top of the farm, based on how many rousings you're getting, obviously. But the fact that it's a rousing farm, it just makes it so much more valuable. And you're getting plus 1% chance to acquiring additional rousing elements. And the farm itself is based on rousing elements. Now, if you start a brand new character right now, you should be able to get about 60 or 70 points spent into enchanting if you set everything up correctly, which I do have a video about on how to do everything you want to do at the beginning. But basically, you just do every craft once, and then you go out and hunt treasures, because you can find about, I think it's 7 treasures for enchanting, giving you 3 knowledge points each, and also a hidden trainer. So based on that, you can get 26 knowledge points from those trainers, plus 10 extra knowledge points from the artisan consortium, and then you also have all of the first time crafts as well. And I've actually done the epic or these crafts as well, just to get even more knowledge points on this guy. So I have 90 points in total spent right here. But if you get 60 or 70 points, you can go and max this one out, because all you need is to spend 10 points right here to go all the way down here. So to get as much as possible from the farm, or to start getting additional rousings at least, all you need is 50 points. Spend 10 points into Insight, then go down into primal extraction. But then again, for this one, you start getting plus 5% chance to locate mystic items, and at the end you get plus 10% chance. So if the price of crystals go up, then having this one is more worth it, and if the price of rousings go up, then having this one is more worth it. So in the scenario, I'm not going to tell you what to do based on having these two, because if I tell you to go for this one, and then rousings go down in price, like really down in price, then it would have been more worth it for you to have this one. So if you think the rousings are more worth it, then go for this one. If you think the enchanting materials are more worth it for you, then go for this one. I will tell you that right now, based on the current prices, the rousing elements are adding more value to the farm, and therefore having this one right now makes more sense. Either way, that is a setup you want to have. So if you want to do this farm at maximum efficiency, make sure to have a warlock, monk, or a boomkin. and you want to have 50 points or knowledge points in enchanting. Once again, you can get 35 of those super easy, and then get the rest of them through first time crafting. And just set yourself up for this one right here. And to join this one, all you have to do is go to pre-made group finder, go to custom, go to find group, and type in rousing air. Probably not going to be any groups up right now because it's 5 AM over here, but type in rousing air, or just type in air as well, and maybe you find an air farm. So rousing air or air farm, and you should be good and find the group. But yeah, that's basically going to be the video for today. I'm sorry for dragging it out a little bit, but I've seen this on previous videos where I talk about rousing elements, where I always mention the spec, and people seem to skip that part, because the second I give you the location, people just close off the video, and they go to the location and start farming, then they come back and leave a comment, telling me that they only get 30k gold per hour, and then I reply to their comment and ask them, did you bring enchanting? And then they were like, oh, yeah, you said something about that, right? So please grab enchanting before going here, have the setup, it adds a lot of value to the farm. Grabbing the mystic items and having additional rousings is going to make the farm probably twice as good for you. So I'm sorry for dragging that out a little bit, but I just want you guys to make as much gold as possible from the farm itself. Either way, that is basically the video. If you enjoyed the video, then leave a like down below, subscribe for more Dragonflight gold making content, and if you do decide to test out the farm, please let me know in the comment section down below how much gold per hour you are getting, and also let me know how many epic mystic items you are getting. The record so far in my group has been 9 epic items in 1 hour. So if you have, I'll just show you again in the enchanting spec. If you have this spec right here, you can now start locating epic items, epic mystic items that you can disenchant into a resonating crystal. So the record so far in my group is 9. So if you get more than that, please let me know in the comment section down below. Wow, the servers are really unstable today. Either way, that is the video. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Peace out, guys.